consensus elsewhere seems to be that Liverpool are actually lucky to come away with a point here tonight. Is that fair, or can I hear your assessment, please?
Oh, I don't think so, but I can. Meanwhile, I know why he says or he thinks that, because we have obviously our goal was offside. I didn't know that in the game, and in halftime nobody told me, or I didn't ask, to be honest. After the game, our analyst told me immediately, so I can imagine that. So they scored a goal, we scored an offside goal. Then that's maybe, but that's actually the only reason why he could think that. Because apart from that, and a couple of other set pieces where they were really strong. They had moments when we lost the ball, when they could win it with the deep formation and stuff like that. But that's normal. We had a lot of situation with passing through balls on our fullbacks, especially Robbo in the first half, where we didn't find the free player. And on the other side, similar, we didn't find it. That it was difficult again. These creating against so many legs, honestly, and because of our situation, we had to. Yesterday night we trained, and after the session we had to change 3 positions. That's of course not not perfect. So, and you saw that around the set pieces, especially with the organization, and that's where we struggle a bit. Apart from that, it's a game where I think if we scored if Devok scores a late goal, then it's of course would be a lucky moment. But the point is absolutely deserved. So.
Jurgun, Mark Noble said in a TV interview afterwards, we scared them.
Oh, I like that really. I would wish for all West Ham fans that Mark Noble and his team would scare more teams and not only us tonight, because then there would be another situation. I don't know him really well, so I don't know why he speaks about us after a game like that. They defended well. That's true. That didn't scare us. We had it's a normal away game. We won away games when we played worse than tonight, and nobody spoke about it afterwards. We won last year at Crystal Palace 2-1 with two offensive situations, pretty much. Tonight we had much more. That they have quality, there's no doubt about that. Why they don't have more often results, I don't know. But tonight they had the results. They had the result 1-1. But I didn't see that they scared us.
Jurgun, how significant do you see the result tonight?
Oh, it's very important. We had a difficult situation, and it's a long season, and I don't want to think like, because now I only think about that game. But in general, we lost one game, and in the whole season, so the team is doing well, and we have a tough situation at the moment. We have really the injuries. I don't know where they come from, or illness. Millie was ill until, or maybe he is still ill. I'm not sure. And Verge had 3-4 days where he was out, lost 4 kilo. Obviously, that doesn't help as well. So you have difficult situation, and you cannot. The center half position, the fullback position. That's all difficult in the moment. But the boys still fight. Could we have played better even in that situation? 100%, and that's what we expect from ourselves. But the games are difficult, and you have to accept the quality of the opponent, and then use their weaknesses, what they have. And we did that in a lot of situations pretty well. But they reacted already with the lineup, with the 4-5-1 with Snodgrass in the half space, so it's a more defensive formation, and was for counter-attacks and all that stuff, and that with Antonio and especially Anderson, that's a good idea, honestly, and that always gives you, in moments when you have the ball and you try to play, and you have to pass through tight spaces. If you lose then the ball, with the quality, with the speed they have, that's really not cool, and that. Yeah, it doesn't help the rhythm in a game, and we have to do the good things in a game much more often, and to avoid a couple of things. But how I said, the set piece situation, that's not normal for us. The routine they played for the goal, that's brilliant, but we knew about it. But changing 3 players, that changed a lot, and obviously that didn't work out. That's my fault then, that we couldn't explain it clear enough what we have to do in a situation like that. And the other situation with Rice, the free header, more or less, but that usually doesn't happen to us. But tonight it happened, and that's maybe the reason why West Ham thinks they should have deserved more.
Yeah, do you think it is the injuries that are causing the biggest issues at the moment? Because obviously
Look, it's not. I don't moan about that. Or it's just a fact, and I don't want it. It's not an excuse. Nothing. I said we could have played better tonight, 100%. But it's a situation which is not perfect. And losing 3 players up or changing, we lost 2 players, and Millie came back, but he didn't train yesterday. He came by himself to London because he was infectious, and so that's all not perfect. Of course, that's for me. It explains parts of the game, but of course it's not. We don't look for these things. How is that? It was not, the preparation for the game was far away from being perfect, and we still got a point. So that's it, and that's it.
Final question. Manchester City could go top on Wednesday. Who's under more pressure here? Is it yourselves to preserve this lead, or them to try and take top spot? And are you confident your lads won't crack?
Oh yes, I'm very confident about that, but it's not about. I think since 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks we talk about a 2-horse race. Now Tottenham came from behind, and they have a very difficult situation and deal with it brilliantly. I have to say, really, all credits to Poch and his team, how they did it, and winning late games very late, and with a lot of injury problems as well. That's great. So for me, they are 100% in the race, and so that's the situation. And if you want to be at top of the table at the end of the season, you have to deal with much tougher situations than we had today. That's the truth. That's always clear. But of course, you need players fit and available. That helps a bit. Midfield players tonight would have been, apart from Shaq, would have been 18 and 18 years old. Brilliant boys, and if needed, we would have played them tonight, of course. But that's not perfect in the moment. But we have to fight. We have to fight. That's all. It's not about pressure. It's about enjoying the situation you are in. We have 62 points. Lost 1 game in a full season so far, which is very positive. But I see in your faces already. You feel a bit sorry with us. You don't have to. Eh? We are fine. So we are fine, and everything is good. And but of course, tonight was just a tough game. But if you have a day like that, and with the things happened yesterday, and then you get a point at West Ham, for me that's absolutely fine.
So it's going to get tougher from here on in then.
Yeah, clear. That's clear. That's not a surprise. That's clear. But for all of us, if you want to win big things, you have to be ready for these tight races. That's how it is. But yeah.